Hi guys, excuse me, welcome to my channel. So today I am going to do the 5 ways to get your parents to get you a rabbit. So you guys have been thinking for ages that you want a rabbit, but you can't just go out and buy one, right? You've got to do a lot of things on this list that I'm going to tell you the 5 reasons to convince your parents to get you a rabbit. Because if you live in your parents' house like I do, I've got to, get my mum's permission. I've got to go up to her and say, Mum, can I have a rabbit, or can I have a dog, or, for any type of animal, because it is her house. So here are the 5 reasons to get your parents to get you a rabbit. So how to convince your parents to get you a rabbit. So whether you live with your mum, your dad, both of them, or grandparents or relatives, and you want a rabbit, these 5 things may help, but it depends on your parents' attitudes. Obviously, if your parents say no, obviously it is a no-no. But if you think you can convince your parents, because if they say maybe if you do this or you do this, then try those things out. So here are the 5 things that you could do to get your parents to get you a rabbit for, your birthday, Christmas, or, just as a surprise for doing well, I guess. So the number 5 reason, because I'm going to count down to 1, is keep your bedroom tidy. Now, if you want a rabbit, you've got to look after it, and it's rabbits live up to 10 to 12 years. That means 10 to 12 year commitment to cleaning the rabbit, to caring for the rabbit, and you need to convince your parents that you can do that, and you've got to do it in all sorts of weather. So if your rabbit lives outside, I'm in the garden right now, my grandma's garden. I'm just showing you the garden, kind of. Then you got to go out there if you have a rabbit hutch in the garden, and you got to, go out when it's sunny, when it's raining, when it's snowy, when it's cold, when it's windy. You know what I mean? You got to think of all the weathers where you live, and you got to be committing to want to do that. But before you care for a rabbit cage or a rabbit and its cage and its hutch, because obviously you're going to clean it out daily, you've got to clean your own room, which means you have to keep on top of it. So, whether to make your bed every day and pick your toys up, or if you're a kid, or pick, hoover up for your room. And this leads up to number 4, is do chores around the house. So if you're lucky enough to be home alone for a while sometimes, and you just sit there on your phone on YouTube watching videos, maybe like this, or just gaming videos, or top 10s, or whatever you like to watch on YouTube, or you like to go on your Xbox, or any type of electrical equipment. Sorry, there's a plane taking off, so try and ignore that. So when they're gone, without them asking you, clean the house up for them. So if, let's say, you had your grandparents over the night before, and you've had, let's say it was your birthday and you had your grandparents over, your aunties and uncles over, your cousins over, obviously the family that you live in, whether it's your mum, your dad, your siblings if you have some, and there's still pots and pans everywhere, and the living room's a tip. Then you could do some chores around the house. Now, number 5 and number 4 lead up together, because obviously if you want to convince your parents to get you a rabbit, you've got to clean up after yourself. Because if you can't look after yourself, how the heck are they going to say yes to you buying a little rabbit? You know what I mean? Coming in at number 3 is keeping up with schoolwork. I just spat. I'm sorry if you guys saw that. So if you're, let's say, getting bad grades, you don't turn up to lessons, your back chat to the teachers, you get no homework done. Your parents are not going to get you a rabbit, are they? Because you can't do things. If you're doing number 5 and number 4, and you're not doing this, then how the heck are they going to get you a rabbit, you know? Because that shows that you're immature. You're not wanting to commit to the 10 to 12 years of looking after the rabbit, right? So make sure, the sun's like in my eyes, so that's why my eyes are a bit closed, but yeah. So make sure you try and get good grades and do your homework and revise and all that kind of stuff. Number 2, do research. Now, when you're wanting a rabbit, like with me, I've been doing animal care for nearly a year now, and I've learned how to look after rabbits, hedgehogs, and all sorts of different animals. You know, any animal, I probably learned how to, like, pet animal-wise, you know what I mean? So make sure you do the research. So one part of the research, number 2, is how to look after a rabbit. So rabbit behaviour, you need to understand different types of rabbit behaviour. I'm going to do a whole different lots of videos about that in a different video. You've got to make sure you have the right time for your rabbit. And educate yourself in how to look after rabbits, right? Like, you got to know where you want to put your rabbit, where you're going to house your rabbit, you know what I mean? You've got to think about all those criteria to convince your parents to get you right. So, if you're just sat in your bed watching movies or, you know, going on your Xbox or whatever you like to do, and your parents come up, your room's tidy, you've done all of the other 3 things on the list, except this, they're not going to get you a rabbit because they don't think you're going to, you know how to look after it. But if you do the research and you sit your phone or your computer or your laptop or whatever you're, you know, watching this video on or whatever, go on YouTube and type in rabbit behaviours, rabbit housing, how to look after a rabbit, what to feed a rabbit, what to look out for. Because if your parents see you going, or you know when they're going over the sites you've been on, you know, online, and you've been typing into Google or whatnot, or YouTube, how to look after a rabbit or whatever, they're going to be like, they really do want a rabbit. They really want to spend 10 to 12 years looking after a little rabbit. So maybe I will consider it. And number 1 is educate your parents. And obviously, with this one as well, you got to realise what's the best time to ask your parents for a rabbit. For example, if somebody in your family have just died and, you know, you're having really, like, your parents have, you know, lost a loved one, don't go up to them and say, can I have a rabbit? It's not going to work out for you. But if, you know, you find the right time, you've done all the other 4 things on this list, and you know, you've done the research, you're tidying your room, your parents are seeing that you committing to your jobs and around the house, might get you a rabbit. I'm not saying they will or they will not, I'm just saying they might get you a rabbit depending on if you're doing all these things on the list, right? So you have to be careful of when you're going to educate your parents on rabbits, but also you're going to ask them for a rabbit. That's why I put this at number 1, because obviously you've got to make sure that you know how to look after rabbits, but you also know that if it's the right time for you and your parents. So make sure you sit down with your parents.
Amy, I've lost my tooth.
Really? Oh.
Yay! I've lost 4 teeth, guys. 4.
Wow.
I'm spitting blood everywhere.
Oh God. So anyway, so thank you for watching this video, and tell me in the comments, did this work, did this not? Did this video give you advice? If you want to give me advice how to, you know, because I'm still working on it, but yeah, so thank you for watching. Bye, and subscribe down below. Bye.